Good morning everyone. I just wanted to do a quick video on lead walking. So contrary to popular belief, dogs do not actually have to walk in a heel position. They can walk in front of you. It doesn't mean that they're going to be the alpha dog or dominant over you. There's a number of reasons why dogs pull, so here are just a few. One, dogs walk on four legs and at a different pace to us, and sometimes dogs find it really difficult to keep to ours. Have you ever tried walking alongside your husband or your wife? You can only keep their pace so long before you start picking up speed if you're a fast walker, or slowing down if you're a slow one. Two, we pull first, so they pull against us. This can also be why they jump up, but people want to chase cats and more. How we pull them away on the lead can make the target much more interesting than we intend. Three, we dictate the whole walk, constantly stopping them, sniffing or switching sides. Four, dogs are anxious. Dogs pull to get past places that make them feel uncomfortable along busy roads or high streets. Five, leads restrict dogs, which can make them feel vulnerable, and they cannot, especially if they can't get away. We can obviously add to their restriction as well, and it causes frustration, which then can trigger dogs to bark and lunge at things. It's normally, it might start barking and lunging at things that it's normally fine with, such as other dogs if it's off lead, but when they're on lead, how we react on the lead and obviously the restriction of the lead can make them start barking and lunging for safety, trying to keep the dog at a distance, or because they're frustrated with that dog being in the vicinity and not being able to go and play with them. Six, a lot of people use the wrong equipment. The shorter the lead, the more the dogs have to pull to get something they want to sniff. Most leads you can buy at a pet shop are often too short, and the dogs prefer a little bit of a longer length generally, because they just want to walk a little bit ahead, or they want to get to that sniff. And it makes lead walking training much easier if it's slightly longer, believe me. The other thing is flexi leads. I'm not going to have a debate about flexi leads, but these actually are designed to encourage pulling, because they're not designed to encourage pulling, sorry, but they do encourage pulling, because you have to pull the lead out to get further away, so the lead tenses, which encourages the dogs to pull harder to get further to the point where they want to go. So of course leads are important for safety, so we do need to make sure that we keep our dogs on the lead in public places, but I want you to focus on your dog walking loosely on the lead rather than where the position of them is. It's much more relaxing for you and your dog, and it doesn't take as long when you're trying to work on a dog that is pulling. The walk should be a compromise between you and your dog. The most important thing for your dog is to allow them to sniff. Yes, the more sniffing, generally the more relaxed they'll be. Unfortunately, they will sniff things that we don't like, such as poo. However, research suggests that they need to do this. It's a bit like doggy text messaging. It provides information such as when it was left, if the dog's still in the vicinity, and if you've got a dog that's a little bit uncomfortable about other dogs, then at least they know where that dog is and if there is a potential threat. And you can start seeing signals actually, and triggers if you have got a dog that is a little bit unsure on the lead, because you'll start seeing them not sniffing as much, their head will be up searching to see if the dog's around. So poo indications are quite good for owners and us trainers as well. So all I want to do is talk about, if your dog pulls, take a step back and think about why. It's so important. Take care.